There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station.
BCS music.
Tell me, brother, tell me why you dey cry, why you dey. Tell me, sister, tell me why you dey love. When you get Olumba by your side, when you get the mighty for your front. His eyes are not blind, that he cannot see your tears. His ears are not deaf, that he cannot hear your cry. nsogbu tụkwasị Chukwu obi ọba akwa ebezina na chi gị nọ nso onye na-ebe akwa ebezina na chi gị nọ nso mgbe niile n'ụtụtụ n'ehihie ma n'abalị chi gị nọnyere gị na-echekwaba gị atụmatụ ndị iro na ndụ gị agaghị enwe isi onye nwe gị ga-enye gị ndị mmụọ ozi ka ha chere gị ebezina nwanne ebezina nwanne chi gị nọ nso chi gị na-echere gị onye na-ebe akwa ebezina na chi gị nọ nso ebezina Chukwu nọ nso Chidalumba loves you he has conquered for you ebezina Chukwu nọ nso Chidalumba loves you he has conquered for you
Ebezina, mama don't cry again. Since you get Olumba, I got no the fear. All your problems and sorrows, Papa don't take them away. Can we no get filled? Now God they drive and fly. Him go light your fire. If you no deny him, make you know they tire to work for Olumba. Put your trust in him. You have no other God. Nothing man can do to you, just trust in Olumba. The Egyptians you see today, you shall see them no more. That Pharaoh in your life shall not cross the Red Sea today. Every obstructing walls of Jericho in your life shall fall down. Cause you belong to the Lion and the Lamb.
Ebezina Chukwu nọ nso Chukwu nọ nso make you know they worry Papa dey make you know they worry Olumba dey.
Good morning, bonjour. Which other language again do I know? Good morning and welcome to the Morning Star Breakfast Show. It is another beautiful day, the final and the last day of the month of January 2023. Yes, we are moving on to the most important, one of the most important and significant months of the year in the world of Nigeria, because it is the month that a lot of changes will be done in this country. It's either we are proceeding to the next level or we are going to be stuck in one place, or possibly it's going to be worse than the way it is right now. So we are entering that very month, and also not just that, the fact that a lot of things will be happening in the month of February, starting from our own end here in Brotherhood of the Cross and Star. From the 12th, we'll be having a pre-service for the mega event where all children of God are expected to gather in all Pentecostal centers, to be numbered. And then after that, still in the month of February, on the 26th, happens to be the pre-event also in other nations, other countries of the world on the 26th of February. So still in the month of February, on the 14th, happens to be in Brotherhood of the Cross and Star, Power of Love, and also known as Anger Free Day. Yes, so on the 14th, nobody is expected to be angry in any way at all, because that is the same day that our Holy Father, of course, my colleagues will tell me the story, but as you all know, I think that was the same day our Holy Father challenged the world that if there is anybody that can make him angry, let the person step forward. And since that day to today, we have not recorded any history. No one has been able to record that history or break history and put it down into the archives that, yes, on this day, brother, this finally or succeeded in making the father angry. So yes, that's why we are celebrating that anger free day. And also in the world, it is known as Valentine's Day, Lovers Day, a day where lovers, families come together to celebrate love. I think love should be celebrated every day, in our lives, but on the 14th happens to be a day that Saint Valentine. I think I don't really know much about the story, but I'll read more about it so that before 14th I'll tell you about Valentine's Day. So yes, Valentine's Day is also coming up in the month of February. And also this same month, government of course has given us the ability, the opportunity once more to rush to the bank and make sure we donate all our old notes to the bank. We return some of our old notes, which is from 200 to 1,000, to the bank and get a new one. And they've also extended it till 10th of this February. This same February on the 25th, election is coming up. Anyways, I don't want to be talking much about politics. But above all, I want to say good morning and welcome to the Morning Star Breakfast Show. My name is Joy Dambo, and of course I'm not here alone in the studio. I have with me my colleagues today, Brother Oku, the blessed man amongst the women all the time. He's always here. Good morning, Brother Oku.
Good morning, Sister Joy Dambo. It was a beautiful one. I think you've even given a full show in your short explanation. So I would really commend. It was a very insightful opening. Anyone that is just coming to planet Earth already knows what is going to happen in the next month.
Yes, I've been able to brief them on what is expected in this month we are entering.
So that's a beautiful one, and kudos to that. Good morning to you, beloved viewer. We are live here in Nigeria. Starcross TV, you're watching Morning Star Breakfast Show. As you already know, we bring to you beautiful and insightful programs, educative and fun programs, segments like same that you are going to get today. It was beautiful yesterday, it's still going to be beautiful today. So stay tuned, we are still here.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Oku. And of course, we have the very own, today we don't have, this week, of course, we've been having the Face of Peace, Aaron. Next week, we'll be having the Face of Everlasting Gospel coming up to give us quotes. So this week happens to be, Peace Aaron's week, I would say. But yeah, she has been doing great so far. And we are happy to have you on set. Good morning, Sister Beautiful Peace.
Sister Joy, how was your night?
Fine. My night was fine. Just that I woke up quite...
I can see to you how you're glowing this morning. You look so beautiful and so excited. Tell us, what's the secret?
It's the grace. God does it all. I give it all to you, Father. It is you. No one else.
I kind of like how she calls you, good morning, Sister Joy, and that she doesn't really know where that Sister Joy comes from.
Please allow her to land. Yes, Aaron.
Okay, it is another beautiful day, and of course, the last day of the month. It's not really easy, but with God, all things are possible.
Of course.
It's been easy with Him. It's been easy with the Father. Some slept from the beginning of this month, and they could not see the last day of this month. But here we are, seated today, sound and strong. I give God all the glory. And of course, in case you're just joining us, it's still the Morning Star Breakfast Show. And of course, we'll be bringing to you more segments and interesting topics today. Just stay tuned with us.
Yes, so just stay tuned with us. Yes, from the part where she said we'll be bringing you some interesting things or topics of discuss today. So this is just going to take us back. Today we want to reminisce on things, on the doctrines of Brotherhood of the Crossing Star. Let's give you a reminder. We want to bring our minds back to our doctrines, and also for those of you that don't really know, if you're not a BCS member and you're just watching, we also want to highlight you, tell you things that is expected of us to do as BCS members, as children of Brotherhood of the Crossing Star. These are the doctrines, these are the things we are all expected to do in the kingdom as a member that you are. So some people have literally, defiled most of these doctrines. Some people have totally ignored them. Some people have, stepped on it, trampled upon them, without any atom of respect, towards it. So today we want to give a reminder, we want to bring back those things, that people have totally ignored, and they think it's not really important or not really relevant, or some of them see it as being, they are being modernized, and because of that they totally ignore the significance of all of these things. So today we want to bring back, the doctrines and remind you that these are the doctrines and ethics of Brotherhood of the Crossing Star. So just in case you find yourself one thing in one way or the other, this is to remind you. So we are going to be dropping them one after the other, and explaining. And before that, I would also like you to engage in this discussion. What are those things that you feel that we have neglected in Brotherhood of the Crossing Star recently? What are those things that you feel that the children of God, Brotherhood members, are not doing right anymore, that you would like us to, pay attention to? The comments are very, very open, and we are going to be reading out the comments as time goes on, to also get your opinion. What do you think choristers or youth or members, in short, high priests, low priests, are doing that they are not supposed to be doing anymore, that we should bring it out here and remind them and say, no, this is the right way to do it, this is the wrong way, not to do this thing? You understand? So engage in the conversation. Feel free to call us in, our lines are open, and also feel free to drop your comments on our YouTube platform, and we'll be reading out as the program proceeds. So this morning, don't forget, okay, this week we are also, this week it happens to be free week, and of course we'll be having other activities, that will be popping up, and we'll be keeping you abreast of everything, or all the events that are happening here at the world headquarters. Of course, that is what we are here to do. This is what we're meant to do. So yes, we want to start this morning by talking about the things that the children of God have neglected, business members have neglected, and they are not doing right. Firstly, I want to ask Peace Aaron, what is this particular thing that anytime you see somebody does it, it pains you so much, because you know that that is not how this person is supposed to do this thing? This is how you are supposed to do it. Why are you doing it this way? What are those things you've observed? I want you to start with maybe just two first.
Okay, first of all, I will start with our uniform, our mode of dressing, which is very, very important. We all know that our mode of dressing is white. That is what is expected of us to wear, white. But some of us, we have turned this white into something else. The way we are supposed to dress in this white, we don't dress like that. Okay, for instance, let me start with the male. Like when you wear your sutan, you are expected to wear white trouser inside, but some of us will wear jeans trouser, some of us will wear black trouser, wear all sorts of colors of things inside our sutan, which is not
very
supposed to be so. And it's not just the low priest or the choristers that does this alone. Also the high priest does this, which is very, very uncalled for. And also talking about the sisters, that one, it is very, very, very bad. You can just imagine a sister wearing a sutan. Instead of you to wear shemi, even if you don't have shemi, at least you can wear white singlet inside. But some of us will just put on our bra just like that. But sorry to say,
you're on this without
yes, but that's the truth. Imagine someone, you have worn your bra, and you know that this thing you are wearing, it's sutan, it's white, it's transparent. Instead of it to wear something like shemi, even if you don't have shemi even if you don't have shemi, you can buy singlet or maybe any white thing to wear inside. But some of us will just wear a suit and leave our bra. It will just be showing, even behind. It will just be showing, which is very bad. Someone from afar can see that maybe you're wearing
well
black
dressed.
bra, blue bra, any color of bra, and also the down part of it.
Yeah.
Because you know that when we wear shemi, the shemi, it's long, it reaches us down. But some of us we don't wear shemi. Even if there are some people like they wear shemi inside, they wear underskirt. But even if after wearing this shemi and underskirt inside, they still put on color things inside. Like blue, orange, like it's so uncomfortable. Like one day I saw one sister, she was putting on pink skirts inside this white sultan. I was like, oh my god, what is this?
Very
like,
embarrassing.
I even tried approaching her and said, sister, this thing that you're doing is not good. She was like, I beg, is it your clothes? No, I know it's not mine, but it's very, very shameful. Like the way we dress these days, it's very, very alarming. And some of us, that instead of us to sew this sultan to be free, like the good skirt, like instead of us to sew it to be free on our body, like we'll now sew it like body hug, as if maybe we are going for beauty pageants. Even those people that are even going for beauty pageants, they wear something that is kind of bogus a little bit on them, but us we just sew it to be very, very, very tight, and our breasts will just come out, our nyash will come out. Like, sorry to say it raw, but that's the truth.
No, you're speaking your mind. Yes.
Now. Like, that is the way some of our sisters dress, which is very, very bad. Not just that, some of us will apply makeup. Imagine you applying makeup to come
on
into the
sultan.
world, and it's mostly found with this senior priests, like the ambassadors. Like the other day, I saw an ambassador, like she applied makeup and the thing was showing, and like sometimes maybe we put on eyebrow. Like even if you are even putting on this eyebrow, at least let it be small. But so you just put it long, and it will just be flying like this. I was like,
okay, eyelashes. Yeah.
What is this? Some of us will apply pancake to roll. Some of us would like some of us will even wear earring inside the hall, putting on necklace. Like our dressing these days, we are really, really, really neglected it, and we really need to do something about it. Also the brothers, like instead of you now to like shave your beards, you just carry it like that and say some people say it's a hospital report that the doctor said they should leave their beards like that. Like how would you leave your beard like that and come inside the bed? Even our Holy Father does not put on even for one day, like I never saw him with beards. Even the pictures I've seen, I have never seen our Holy Father, even His Holiness Olumba with beards. But like the way we just dress, it's so alarming. It's not just good at all. And maybe sometimes when you try to approach someone to say, sister, brother, this thing that you're doing is not good, or this that you're wearing is not good, they'll be like, I beg, what is this? I know it's not my clothes, but someone else is looking at you. People outside are looking at you, and most of these are senior priests. Like they are not really helping hands. They are the one doing this instead of them questioning the younger ones, or maybe the or maybe the younger priests. Rather, they are the ones doing this.
Okay.
It's not really good. And some of us will wear this white, go to mama put, sit down comfortably and be eating meat, be eating kanda, be eating fish. It's not good. Some of the brothers, like instead of you to go home and change before going to play your bet in Nigeria, you will just wear so that maybe I will win and all of
it's
that.
To gain favor.
yes, to gain favor, but it's not
wrong.
really good. Go home and change before going to bet Nigeria. At least go home and change before going to mama put, no matter how hungry you are. And I know that mostly we do this whenever we have events, like we just wear our white, our blue, our green cape, just go and sit down anywhere and be eating meat, fish, which is not really good at all.
Yeah.
Like our mode of dressing, it's alarming.
Okay.
And
So I've literally seen the parts that pains you the most, which is the mood of dressing. Anyways, you have really done justice to that. I can see how passionate, Peace is expressing her displeasure on the mood of our dressing in the kingdom. Not everybody literally dresses like that, but we know that most people now don't pay attention to whatever it is they wear or they put on. Yes, I said this discussion is going to be very engaging, and we're literally going to talk about this till the end of today because it has a lot of parts we need to touch. So, but then I want it to be engaging with you, the audience watching us. If there is anything you want us to talk about, please feel free to call us in. Our lines are open, or better still, if you don't want to call, go to our YouTube platform right now and drop a comment. Sister Gladys is already here. She's always here on our screen. She says, peace. So kudos to Starcross TV for beaming live to the entire world. And then we also have Ogosi Layefa says, good morning, beloved children of God. And then we also have Nanji Virtuous or Vitus says, good morning to you all. Peace of the Father. Brother Vetus, I don't even know who is that, but good morning to you too. And then also Sister Gladys says, happy International Education Fellowship Week celebration. Yes, this is Education Week celebration. Yes, I forgot to mention that earlier. And she also said, thank you, Father. Thank you, most wonderful Abba Father. So yes, I want us to be interacting in this discussion. What is that thing that you've noticed or people are doing, in the kingdom, in the Bethel, anywhere you go to where BCS members are gathered and it is not okay with you? What is that thing you would like us to address on set this morning? Please feel free to comment and call us in. Let us have this conversation. By so doing, but then before we continue, let's take a short break, very short break. We'll be back, and don't go away because there's a lot in stock we have to discuss today. Stay tuned.
INCAM.
Starcross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Starcross Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Starcross
BCS Music.
The heaven that has visited the earth is seated on the throne. One whose voice was heard in the burning bush is heard again. His eyes like a flame of fire and his presence full of light. Children of God, we are one in the Lord. We are one. We are one. Among the women, no more division among the brothers, no more among the elders, no more division among the children of God. We are one in the Lord. We are one. We are one. We are one in the Lord.
We are one. We are one. We are one.
One in the Lord. We are one. We are one. We are one.
One in the Lord. We are one. We are one. We are one. One in the Lord. Hallelujah.
We are one. We are one. We are one. One in the Lord.
No more division among the sisters. No more division among the brothers. No more division among the children of God. We are one. Hallelujah. We are one. We are one. We are one. One in the Lord. No more division among the brothers. No more division among the Lord. No more division among the children of God. We are one in the Lord. We are one. We are one. We are We are one, one in the Lord. Hallelujah. We are one. We are one. We are one, one in the Lord. Nobody can
We are one. We are one in the Lord. Hallelujah. We are one. We are one. We are one in the Lord.
No more division among the children of God. We are one. Hallelujah.
We are one. We are one. We are one in the Lord.
No more division among the body. No more division among the children of God. We are one. Hallelujah.
We are one. We are one. We are one in the Lord.
No more division among the fellowship. No more division among the body. No more division among the children of God. We are one. Hallelujah.
We are one. We are one. We are one in the Lord.
We are one.
We are one. We are one in the Lord. We are one. We are one. We are one in the Lord.
BCS Music.
Welcome back, beloved audience. Thank you so much for staying glued to your TV screen. Thank you so much for not changing the channel. Yes, it's still the Morning Star Breakfast Show. My name remains Joy Damble, but you can still call me JD if you see me on the road. Yes, I'm still with my colleagues here in the studio, Oku Aquabio and Peace Aaron. Yes, before we went on the break, Peace Aaron was literally breaking some tables. She was up there. She was on fire, you know, emphasizing on the need for us to dress decently, dress well, dress appropriately, you know, as children of God. Anytime you find yourself putting on the sutan, which is the official garment, official uniform of Brotherhood of the Cross and Star, make sure you follow and abide by the rules that comes with you wearing sutan. Not just wearing sutan. We all know that when you're putting on sutan, you're not supposed to be naked inside your sutan. You're supposed to dress properly, put on your necessary undies, like she was saying earlier. You know, the ladies, you know, you want to dress, and the clothes or the sutan, the material you're using is kind of transparent. You need to put on undies, you know, singlets and chemise that would cover you up very well before you put on your sutan. And also for the brothers, you know, she mentioned your dressing, you put on black trousers, you put on jean and all of that. You can put on jean so long as it's white, it's okay. But you wearing jean, blue jean, black jean, this color jean, you know, under your sutan, it is totally abolished. It is not proper. And also for other pews that are putting on like the blue, the purple, you're not supposed to be wearing, I think there is this dressing that goes with what you wear. If you're wearing white, you wear white. Now if you're putting on a blue sutan, you're not supposed to be wearing white trousers. Yes. It doesn't go, it doesn't look decent. If you're putting on a blue sutan, you're supposed to be wearing white on this. Blues goes with blue. That is decent, that is classic. Now if you're putting on purple, you're not supposed to also put on any color, because sometimes people that are wearing these color sutans, they feel like you can wear anything under so long as it's not, because the sutan is not white. No, when you're dressing in purple, you're supposed to use purple on this, purple on the wears. As a woman, as a mother that you are, you know, these dressings comes with their own styles, okay? So let's not abuse it, let's not misuse the dressing. And also when Peace was talking, she didn't mention the part where when you wear your sutan, you know very well you're not expected to put on slippers, shoes. You know, whenever you're wearing your sutan, you are not allowed to wear your shoes, okay? But if you're wearing your short gowns, you know, your normal you know, white, just casual white, fine. But you're going to service and you're wearing shoes, who are you trying to impress? Why are we doing that? Some people will say it is modern age, some people will say it is modern this, modern that. Okay, if you don't want to walk barefooted, you can carry your sutan, you wear your shoes and wear your casual wear. When you go to your Bethel, you decide to change. If you feel that you're not comfortable and you're not okay walking barefooted, then you carry your clothes. But so long as you're wearing your sutan, you're not supposed to be putting on your shoes. Some even put on the shoes and walk from wherever it is to the Bethel, and then remove it right in front of the Bethel, the door to the Bethel, and then they pull it there and enter inside. What are you trying to prove? Are you from what country? I don't know, you know. And then also, why do people, there is one, this one pains me, why do people wear socks under sutan? Why do you do it? No, I want to know. Cool. Why are you doing it? Why do people wear socks? Black socks for that matter. UK. Under sutan. I mean, even if you want to wear socks, why not white? Something. Yes. I think sometimes conditions can make you, you know, due to one situation or the other, you're not. Socks is okay, but when you want to wear socks, why black? I see some people doing that thing and it's irritating. I mean, it's not fancy. It's not just good. So why are you wearing socks, black socks under your white sutan? It is totally inappropriate, you know. So yes, before I emphasize or lay more emphasis on whatever you should wear and what you're not supposed to wear, let me also ask Brother Oku, because today we have a lot of PCS doctrines that people are defiling, you know, that are uncalled for, that are not necessary. You know, as Peace Aaron mentioned earlier too, that some ladies also put on earrings. Yes, I have seen that a lot. I think the period, most times when I used to go around for reflection back then in the hall, I would see some ladies, mostly at the congregation pew, you know, they want to look beautiful, they want to look fine, but forgetting that your natural beauty alone self is something else. That's why this sutan is meant to cover, you know, all those. Sometimes you never can tell, you don't know how somebody looks until they pull their sutans. So this sutans has a way of giving everybody beauty. So when you want to dress properly, it brings out that beauty. So now you're putting on earrings on sutan. It is absolutely wrong. You're not allowed, you're not supposed to do that. It is against the brotherhood doctrines that you're to wear your sutans and you're putting on earrings, you're putting on chains, necklace, you know. It's not, that's not our doctrines. It's not found here in brotherhood. Okay, so yes, Brother Oku, what is your own part? I mean, I'm yet to say mine, because I don't want to climb the marks that Peace Aaron did this morning. So, but then there are other things that I've also noticed. But before I proceed, I want to hear from Brother Oku. What are those things that you're also seeing that we are defiling, you know, in the kingdom?
Okay, that was a beautiful one from Sister Peace, and also a good summary from Sister JD. Personally, I would love to start with one. It doesn't really have to do, or still it has to do with us, but it has to do with mostly with the visitors we invite to the BCS arrangement. Now, we have the BCS doctrine. In the Bible, it says when you go to the Rome, you're like the Romans, yeah. So, if you wanted to visit an hospital, when you go there, you have to obey, like abide by their rules.
Yeah.
Like I think I've had surgery once where I was not allowed to wear shoes inside the theater. Like there is a red line where from here you cannot do this, from here you cannot do this.
Yeah.
And they have their reasons. And so, and that is the same thing with the kingdom of God. There are streamlined rules that should not at any point be compromised, no matter who, no matter what, because this is what defines us. Now, I also saw it in the World Headquarters, although it was ironed out. I think the issue was settled. But there was a time I visited a Bethel, and they were having a launching of some sort. So they invited some dignitaries, like the chiefs of some chiefs. They invited a politician. There were like so many dignitaries they invited. So these people were not BCS members, but they invited them for the launching. And they came and they wore their shoes inside the Bethel. And they were given a space, and the members welcomed them. Everything was going on. So when I came, I think I came during the gospel. So the spiritual cross was going on. I came during the gospel. I sat down on the pew. So I just took a glance and I noticed some people were, they were dancing. Now, spiritual cross was going on. So as I came, I was standing and spiritual cross was going on. Now, I don't know if that's how it's done in some other churches, like in other denominations. So as the spiritual cross is going on, they started dancing, like moving, wanting to move around everywhere, just rejoicing for nothing. For some weird reasons, I turned back. I saw they were going on with their shoes. Like, even if you wanted to wear the shoe and they kept you one corner, you cannot just sit still. They started carrying the shoe to, like, want to come out. So I was like, So immediately I saw it, it struck me as a total no. Like, it was against everything I ever believed in. Like, so immediately unfortunately, I created a sin. Actually, I had to send them out. Like, no, you cannot do this. You can, you don't go. No. So everywhere were like people. Although they knew, like the members, they knew it was wrong.
It was wrong.
They knew it was wrong, but I don't know, for some reasons they had to compromise.
Exceptions.
I don't know. They had to create exceptions. So you are in that Bethel, you have shoes, a lot of shoes in your house, but you're in that Bethel without shoes. There's a reason for that. So, but you had to allow somebody else outside. What is the person going to give to you?
Pull your shoes outside.
You keep your shoes there. I am inside here without my shoes. So if you want
you
to
feel
come,
it's important to you for you to be here.
Why come with your shoes? So why am I not with mine inside here? So if I can stay here without my shoe and you are my friend, I invited you, you should be able to do the same like I do, because you are my friend. So they knew it was wrong. So the members could not in a way stop me. Like,
and even the priest could not do anything.
The priest was in the altar, and the priest did not actually say anything. So and sometimes it's difficult. When you are out there in the field, in the station, sometimes people don't really know. It's difficult for the priest sometimes. Although I know you shouldn't compromise at any point, but there are some times where a priest could stay for months and there's no stipends, there's no food, there's nothing, and he has to survive from hand to mouth and all of that. Then at that point, and
they would want to be nice.
They want to compromise. I'm like, okay, if the LR agrees, okay, no problem. What can I? Now the person, maybe the priests have been there for like months. I've not seen anybody, and today people have come. You want him to chase those people away? Although there are so many ways they could have done it.
Yes,
there are so many ways.
So many ways they could have done it. So, but me, I had no friends there. Like, they were not my friends, and I did not really care about their little parade. So I had to walk them out. No, take your shoes out.
You actually did the right thing.
I think it wasn't very much the right. Although I acted out of impulse, like I
You
was
didn't
kind of
approach
angry.
Yes, you didn't approach it like.
Yes, I didn't approach it lightly, and I did with emotions. I did everything with emotions. Instead of, I know I could have just maybe called them gently out, like maybe tell them, okay, move your shoes and give to the ushers, please. The ushers take their shoes out and all. I think that could have been a better way. But because of how bitter I was, I had to create a scene, send them out as if they were. So the people, in fact, they were not angry. They kind of feel, I think not embarrassed. They felt like, since, okay, I was the only 144 in this setting, right? So they kind of feel like they had evil spirits and
and you were chasing
yes,
them
I was
out.
chasing them out. So they thought it was something spiritual.
Okay.
Yeah. Until when I sent them out, I now asked the people to tell them to remove their shoes, then they can come back in. So they were like, oh, thanks. So they were like, they were grateful that it was just shoes.
Evil spirits.
Yeah. So they were grateful that it was just shoes. It's not evil spirits, and so I think these are some of the things we should watch out for. So okay, another one was in the great hall. I think the chiefs of Enshaw Town were invited during our father's divine manifestation last year, not this year. Sorry, year before last. I think that was 2021. And the organizers actually compromised also. They brought them to sit at the choristers' pew, just the front before the 144's pew. So they were there with their shoes. Like, I know they are chiefs and whatever, but we have a king of kings.
Yes.
Like, and he doesn't come into the hall with his shoes. Like, he's the Lord of the world. He can do anything he wants, but still he respects the worship place. This place is holy. It's a holy ground.
Yes,
so it's everything, but still he respects the place. And there's the little you can do as a mere mortal is to pay respect. Follow. So I did not really. Before you became a king or a crown, whatever, you were a human being. You were born as a baby, so you did not just crash land from anywhere.
Yes.
So there are certain rules that still bind you. You are growing old. You still eat food, and so why shouldn't you obey a very simple law? So I think this one wasn't just my fight, because the entire pew was there. Everybody was there, and some of the organizers, I would not like to mention names, some of the organizers were like, no, the father have approved, the father wanted them to, the father invited them personally. But now, you know how stubborn some children of God can be. I think there were people like, a competition was going on. You know, there was one competition like that, choristers were having, and Brother Ikoro, Bro Annie, and a few other people were also there in the P. Like some former 144s were also there, but there were some other former 144s too in the organizing committee that was like, no, the father actually allowed, the father gave the order, and so, but it doesn't matter. Like, you know, that's why I say there are some rules that cannot be compromised. It doesn't matter if it's like the Lord is in his holy temple, let all the earth keep silent. And somebody, maybe something is going on in better, and people run into the altar and start shouting, and you say it's normal because maybe the father gave them the order to do so. The Father is the God of all and the God of directions. When he send you, just like Sister Jedi said, you don't have to just fold your arms and stay, oh, that's me being humble, because the Father has said it. The Father has said it, and he has set everything clean and clear, and everything is pure.
Expect the Father to slip from the throne and say,
go and remove the.
We all know what is right and wrong.
Yes.
We know that this thing we're supposed to do it. This is how we're supposed to do. That's why we are there in those positions, to make sure.
Yes.
That's why the ushers are there. That's why we have. There are people that are supposed to let these things be done in the right way. Somebody wears a cap inside the hall. It is wrong for a man to wear cap inside the presence of God, in the house of God. You tell the person politely, please, your cap is not. And if you feel you're too big to be there, you go.
You go. Just leave.
Father says sometimes he would reveal himself. Most of the people that come to the kingdom, Father reveals himself to them. It is not you and I that goes to convince them. To convince them.
If Father needs them, he will just, what's there like this, and they'll be there.
So anybody that wants wants to come in and stay put and say, this is why I know the reason why I'm here. I must be here until I achieve what brought me here. Then the person will definitely abide by the rules. Politely, sir, ma, please, your shoes are not allowed. Keep them outside. It will be safe. We'll keep it safe for you. Oh, please, your cap is not allowed. When you go to the mosques, you will not stand.
Try it.
You are bending when everybody is bending.
Bending down.
Your knees all
No
the time.
matter who you get. So why is it that we have to compromise things in the
And
kingdom
it's not
of
legal.
God that people are yet to know? Why are we compromising?
People are supposed to come and
These
learn
are-
from.
Yes, they are supposed to come and learn from.
us.
What is the person going to go home now and say? I know they were not wearing shoes, but they allowed me to wear my shoe now. Who won't come tell me to come on?
It does not sound well.
Exactly. So these are most of the things that we neglect. We feel it's nothing, it's not a big deal, but it's a big deal. These are the things we came to see. These are the standards, these are the doctrines the Holy Father have set for us to follow. Why did God told Moses to remove his shoes? You understand? Why? You get? Because that place you were going is a holy ground. And he told him, remove your shoes. So if you consider this place a holy ground, a place of worship, why then are you defiling the place with your dirty shoes that you have marched around the entire world? So then I think that's just part of bro. Okay.
So
Sorry,
no.
Okay, the thing was really pissing me
It's
off.
very annoying, but that is the truth.
Yeah.
It's very annoying, but that is just the truth.
True. So what was I even? Okay, I was talking about the incident in the hall.
Yes.
So this should never at any point be allowed. Like there are some of these things that we just cannot compromise. Like we cannot. Okay, but this one actually was handled well because the first time I got really angry. So at this point I knew I had to be relaxed. So we called the organizers after we started shouting at them by them saying the father said, so we started shouting like, what do you mean the father said? That what is
Are you expecting
the father to come and tell you, let them wear
tell
shoes,
them to
let
wear
them
their
remove
shoes,
their
all
shoes,
this, remove
or you expect the father to write in a letter and send to them to remove? What's wrong with you people? So when we started boiling like that was when the organizers now say, okay, they now send ushers to go get their shoes from them and take it outside.
And they removed it.
And they removed it. Like these people were now it's not as if they want to, they are just coming. They don't
Yes,
know.
They don't know. So
they don't know
it is
how
our
important.
duty
Yes.
to let them know that this is it. So if you don't tell them, they will know that they're supposed to remove their shoes before they go into the Bethel.
And for the fact that somebody have come into the premises and come inside the hall, that person wants to be there.
Yeah.
And the person doesn't want anything that will make you chase him out. So why not just follow the guidelines? What is actually the lay down principles? So another one is, I will not mention anybody, but priests. There are so many. What I'm trying to say is there are others who there are so many other things I would love to talk about, but this one are like some of the extra, like the outside the box, the edge of the box defilation that we should not try at any time. Now I met a Bethel. I think that was at Akwa Ibom. Yeah, it was in Akwa Ibom, and the priest. A priest, actually he was not posted there. He was just a priest in the place, so there was nobody to conduct service. The priest went in there and he conducted a divine service with a shirt, like this Ovengood top kind of, but he was wearing like a white jean trouser at the down, although people could only see the Ovengood top, but he used this to conduct a divine service.
Oh my God.
Use that to conduct a divine, even if it was Ovengood, although from far you would think it's an Ovengood. But after I went into the altar, because I actually went into the altar to to let him know that people are inside here attending service with Sultan, and you are inside the altar conducting the service with a shirt. I would not want to call it Ovengood to make it fine. With a shirt. What in the world are you doing? If you are given the chance, that means you can even conduct service with Mufti. That means one day we might come one Sunday service and we are always with and sit there, and you just ring the bell and stand up with the suits or stand up with whoever knows, who knows. So, and when I came in, I saw something was going on. He was just giving portions and all of that. Then he stood up to give the golden text. I turned and listening that it's weird at all costs, like at all. I mean, so I'm sitting in the pew and like, what? It's a Sunday. I was now thinking, is this advice? Even if it was like, what? Like on a Sunday? What are you going to say? What are you trying to? And he was like, our golden text is so I like this disturbance. You just know that something is not right. Something like it's not supposed to be like this. So after I finished the gospel, he's a priest, so I could not just stand up and create a scene. I'm not that. I know some of my brothers that would do it, but I'm not that evil, or sorry, I'm not that stubborn. So I had to calm down till after he was done with the gospel. So after he was done with the gospel, they were going on blessing, and I went inside. Now I went inside to discover that he was with a jean trouser, like he was wearing although it was a white jean trouser, like it was a white jean trouser inside the altar. And this is a no-no. Like it's a total no. Like you are not supposed to, especially on a Sunday. Like if you are going to do anything in the altar, you have to be correctly dressed. It has to be on a soutane. The only time that you are permitted as a priest to use Ovengud to maybe use the altar is if you want to give advice and blessings.
But when you say Ovengud, that word means something in Biafra, and I'm sure you know.
I know, but you know that I mean short and
yes, the short and the white.
And the white, yes.
The up and down.
The up and down, short and white. The dressing of our Holy Father. How our Holy Father dresses in his advice and blessings. That is the only time that you are permitted to use. You don't see the Father coming in doing advice and blessings with senator. Like you don't see that. Father has thousands of white. He has everything in the world, but still, whenever he's conducting his services, he's always on his appropriate apparel, like he's always in a soutane. At any point in time, he's conducting any service. In his advice and blessings, you don't see him with senator in his advice and blessings. He has everything, any kind of clothes you can think of to buy. He has everything, but he doesn't compromise. And he's the king of all. He can change the law, but he doesn't compromise. Then who in the world are you? Who are you to go into that holy sanctuary, that holy altar, with your jean trousers? And tomorrow you might go in there with your mufti. So please, if you're watching us, let your priest know, let whoever is out there know, the altar is a no-no with your mufti. You can attend the service with your mufti, like the Father is all accommodating. Yeah, you sit in the congregation's pew. The Father is all accommodating. You can attend the service, no problem. Nobody will chase you out because the Father is all accommodating. He's the Father of all. Brotherhood is brotherhood of all. Everybody is included. But to stand at the aim of affairs, to be in that holy sanctuary, don't let anyone go close there with his mufti. Not even you. Not anybody at all. Not even me. So please, whoever is out there, that is a total no. And that's what I wanted to point out on that. Then coming into the doctrine. I know I've already talked too much. I might say before I talk on this one, I would love to hand over to Sister JD to do justice, so I don't become too lengthy.
No, it's fine.
So I don't become too lengthy.
No, it's fine. I think sometimes people really don't know these things. If we wanted today, I think we're just picking, we've just basically talked about dress code. Today we are even laying more emphasis on dress code. Yes. So, but there are other things as well. So many things as well that are going wrong that we'll be talking as time goes on, bringing it up day by day, to be reminding us again how we are supposed to dress, things that we are supposed to do right, that we are not doing right. We'll be reminding you it's our duty to make sure we keep you up, with all the necessary information you need to know. So yes, Baroko have said a lot, and it is nothing but the truth. I don't see reasons why anyone in its right senses, would enter the altar with such appearance, and people are there wearing full soutane. Even in house feast or even in feasts, when we want to do feast and they come to gather to pray, you always look at the person that is wearing soutane. to pick the person to conduct.
Because we believe
that
Sultan
feast.
is the body of Christ.
Yes. So now when we gather, even in prayer, sometimes it depends on who is well dressed the most. If maybe they are not wearing Sultan, but we look at the person that is well dressed most to say, okay, you are well dressed. You know, if you check the midst of us here, like 3 of us sitting down here, if there's anybody to conduct service here, the first thing we'll look at is peace.
We'll take
because
charge.
she has put on the clothes that at least is worthy enough to go into that, mood. So yes, you can't just dress anyhow to do some. There are some kind of activities that there are some dresses you just can't use to do that. Even choristers, when going for their choir practices, you're expected to dress nicely. And we've not even talked about the power in wearing white or in dressing well, in wearing this white. Apart from us neglecting the fact that we're not supposed to dress, we are just doing anyhow.
The importance of actually doing it well.
Yes, there's also power in you wearing white to distance places. There is this belief that I had when we were small. Our mom always tell us that anywhere you want to go to, if you want to travel, always wear your white. Yes. If any accident happened, it will not touch you.
Yeah.
And you see,
and
there's this. It works.
Yes,
that fits. Like
works.
if you're walking in the night, you're going to watch and pray. You're going to. Why are you wearing colored to walk to Bethel before you go and wear your sultan? When you're going for watch and pray, why are you not on your sultan to watch and pray?
And a lot of things avoid you when you wear white.
Yes, a lot of things avoid you. Even when we are traveling, if you notice, whenever we are traveling in group and we are all in white, even in checkpoints, they don't even talk to us.
Yes,
you just move. Like there's a lot of advantages, with you wearing your white. It is very, very important. I'm not saying that it should be the clothes of your life or your entire life or whatever, but you can still decide. If you say this is what you want to be putting on, it is your choice, and if you believe in it, it works for you. So, but our own here is do not abuse the dressing. Do not abuse it. You're a chorister. You want to go for choir practice. Dress decently. You don't need to wear things that are exposing your body parts and all of that to go for choir practice. You don't need to wear short things. You don't need to wear, sleeveless things, to go for choir practices. Dress decently as a chorister. Dress nicely, because the things you're doing now, those are the things that your children will come up to copy when they are, even the little ones around you, your sisters, your junior sisters, the Sabbath children in the Bethel. Most of you have role models out there that you don't know. They are looking up to you for something. So why are you not living, a life that another person, they say dress the way you want to be addressed. I think the other day, Brother Oku was making mention of his friend that always puts on senator. And because of that, he was forced to respect the person. That is just the truth. There's no how you can carry respect and give to somebody that wear jean, tattered jean and sags, and you definitely see the person like a serious person. Even if that person is even more serious than you are, know that person is even doing something, he's even richer than you, he's even True. But because of the way this person is being dressed, because of the way the person always dressed, you would never see any importance, or you would never attach any importance to this person, because this person doesn't dress responsibly, you get. So yes, let's also always have it in our mind, we should be dressing well. Some sisters wear sultan without cape. Why are you wearing sultan without cape? Why are you wearing sultan without cape to the hall? If you don't want to wear sultan, you wear your white. If you're wearing sultan, you wear your sultan to the fullest. You wear your sultan, tie your veil long. You wear your cape. Not when you tie it, you now wrap it, on your head, and then you enter. It's different when you want to go and cook fish. So yes, there are so many things. In terms of cooking of feast, we also know that feast, when you're to prepare feast, you're not expected to wear your shoes, or you're not allowed to keep your hair open. You're not allowed to wear colored to prepare feast.
You're not supposed to harbor someone in mind, which is very important.
We are even very, very important. We are even looking at the dressing aspect of it. Yes. Now you're going to get feast. You're not expected to even wear your shoes. These are the doctrines they taught us in Sabbath.
Yeah.
As you're going to buy your feast, you wear your white.
Barefooted.
Yes.
Barefooted with your white to the market to buy the feast. You come back, you prepare it with clean mind, with decent dressing. You don't just wear anything to cook feast. You wear your white to cook feast. These are things that I don't know if they still put importance to it. Are they really happening in the Bethel? Sorry, people really wear white to cook feast, or they just do anything? They just dress anyhow to prepare feast. Even if it is fruit feast, even if it is water feast you want to do, you're expected to be in that very order to do that thing. Some people don't even pay tithes anymore when they prepare feasts. Normally you're supposed to remove 10% of any money given to you for feasts. If it is 1,000 naira, expected to remove 100 naira for tithes. Some people don't even know these things. They just take the money, get the feast, and you are supposed to do that. You know, so there are a lot of things like lining up for us to talk about when it has to do with doctrines. I don't even want to go into details how women carry their big hair in the hall, in Bethels, with very mighty hairdo, and then they put on the veil, the hair will be like this up there.
Yes.
Why are you doing that? I mean, if you know you want to come to the presence of God, try. Nobody is saying you shouldn't do your hair, but let it be decent, let it be modest. You know, there's one thing that choristers do. If you want to sing any competition, it's flat. Yeah. If there is anything dancing in that what is it called? Headgear or something.
Headgear.
It is, if there's anything long inside there, you'll be dragged out of the line. You will not sing. You know, so then why do we now take it to different pews? You know, you do your hair anyhow, so big, huge. How do you feel like when you have this very big head in your hair, and then you are going on blessing, you are shaking your head, you know, like, that's not our doctrine.
I don't know.
Yes.
No, that's not our doctrine. You know?
So I have a question to ask concerning this white. I have noticed that some people, when they are going on the ministry work, not just on ministry work, when they are going to the Bethel, they prefer to wear the mufti, then they put on their white inside the bag. They will wear the mufti, get to the Bethel first before they now put on the white. I have noticed that some of our brethren, they are so ashamed, like putting on white from their homes. Like they will just like wear a mufti, reach the Bethel before they will now come and change.
Okay. Yes, in terms of that word, now it can only be like that if you are going to work. For example, you have, you're going to the office and you want to go to the Bethel today. That can be explained. You can either carry your clothes in your bag, your whites in your bag, and then you want to go to the Bethel. When you go to the Bethel, you can change. But a situation whereby you're coming from the house, I don't know why people. Yes, you can dress from your home, wear your white. Some people may maybe consider it. Maybe there are different ways they're looking at. They don't want it to get stained, or they don't want it to get dirty. There are so many reasons people do that. But the best is always, if you're coming from the house, it's always good or best for you to wear your white. You're going to, you're going straight to the Bethel. You wear your white and go to the Bethel. Basically. So yes, anyways, before we lay more emphasis on doctrines and all of that, we'll also be having one of our interesting segments that we usually have every Tuesday, which is Brother Odus. It will be coming up live in any moment from now. So please, before we continue or we proceed, let us go on a short break. When we come back, we'll still have a lot to inform you in terms of BCS doctrines and dressing and all of that. So sit tight, don't go away, we shall be right back.
Vision is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching the world. Starcross Television is the only entertainment. Hallelujah.
BCS Music.
Holy Daddy, I am sorry, my soul. Truly speaking, Daddy, my heart is filled with supplication. There are things I don't like to do, but I find myself doing them. There are words I don't like to say, but I find myself saying them. There are places I don't like to go, but I find myself in there. Do not let me to go astray. Do not let me to go astray from your kingdom. Hold me firm to yourself. Hold me firm. Draw me close to you. My trust is based on thee. Holy Sado, Holy Sado, Holy Sado, do, do, do. Holy Sado, Holy Sado, Holy Sado, Holy Sado, do, do, do. Holy Sado.
All we like sheep have gone astray, every man to his own tent, forgetting the deeds of the Lord, forgetting to follow the ways of God. Now is the time for man to reconcile with his heavenly Father. All we like sheep have gone astray, every man doing what he wants, forgetting to keep the commandments of God. Holy Sadodo, Holy Sadodo, do 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 do. Biko namo bayara monado, namo Holy Sado, bayara muandanjo Holy Sado, ekani bulandi kegio Holy Sado. Anchomine muche chineke, ongendum nine. Kamburonye ne ubele chukwisi, ulonye ne muchechi mgbe niile. Mere mebere na mwo, maka na abụ m onye njọ, biko mgbaghara, abụ m onye njọ. A na-esekpụrụ n'iru gị taa na-arịọ gị, echegharịwo m wo, aga m na-eme uche gị. I want to do the things that will please you. I want to do the things that will please you. I want to honor and follow you. I want to obey.
So many times in life I've been warned never to sin, but my flesh is stronger than my spirit. I know sometimes I go astray. I am begging for your forgiveness, Lord. I am begging for your forgiveness, Lord. I have come with a remorseful mind. Father, please forgive me. My Father, I am sorry, oh. Daddy, I am sorry, eh. Holy Sado, Holy Sado, Holy Sado, do, do. Holy Sado, Holy Sado, Holy Sado. Wash me clean, Lord. Do not look upon my sins anymore. Sometimes I go astray. I need you, Lord, to correct my path, to lead me, Daddy, to do your will, and only your will. I don't want sin anymore. I don't want to do those things you don't want, Papa. Give me the strength to practice your gospel, Daddy. My Father, I am sorry, yeah. My Father, I am sorry, yeah. My Father, I am sorry, yeah. Hey, 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 hey. I'm sorry, Lord, for all the things I've done. Please forgive me of your unbendedness. Thank you, Father.
Holy Sado, Holy Sado, Holy Sado, Holy Sado.
INCAN.
I'm afraid that is incorrect. Your word is spelled INCANDESCENT, incandescent. Thank you very much. Round of applause for her. Contestant number 2, your word goes thus. Incredible. Incredible.
The word incredible is spelled INCREDIBLE, incredible.
That is correct. Contestant number 3, your word goes thus. Karaoke.
Karaoke is spelled as KARAOKE, karaoke.
That is correct. Contestant number 4, your word goes thus. Manuscripts. Manuscripts.
MANUSCRIPT, manuscript.
That is correct. Contestant number 6, your word goes thus. Mesmerize. Mesmerize.
The word mesmerize is spelled as MESMERIZE, mesmerize.
That is correct. Contestant number 7, your word goes thus. Neutralize.
Neutralize is spelled as NEUTRALIZE, neutralize.
That is correct. Contestant number 8, your word goes thus. Pamphlets. Pamphlets.
PAMPHLET, pamphlet.
That is correct. Contestants, remember, contestants must remember to say the word first before they start to begin to spell. Contestant number 9, your word goes thus. Permeate.
Excuse me.
Permeate.
Permeate is spelled as PERMEATE, permeate.
Say it again, please.
It is spelled as PERMEATE, permeate.
That is correct. Contestant number 10, your word goes thus. Philanthropy. Philanthropy.
Meaning.
Meaning.
With spiritual messages reaching the world. Television is the only entertainment.
Welcome back, beloved viewer. Thank you so much for staying on to the Morning Star Breakfast show. Yes, I told you earlier that we'll be having one of our very own resource persons who has been with us since last year, and he is still here, with us again this year. I want to officially welcome him this morning, and also, join to celebrate this new year with him, because we've not seen him this year on set. So join me as I welcome Brother Odudu Emmanuel Ete, aka Brother Odus. Good morning, Brother Odus. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Sister Joy Dambo. I'm doing fine. Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to everyone in the studio this morning.
Yes, so Happy New Year to you. Yes, I have Brother Oku, your very own paddy, and Sister Peace Aaron today. Peace Aaron is with us today. Maybe subsequently Sister Stella Tabot will be joining us, I'm sure. Before you ask over, let me just tell you. Yes, so Peace Aaron. Brother Odus is saying hi to you.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning, Brother Odus.
Hello, Brother Oku, and hello, Sister Peace Aaron. Good morning, and Happy New Year to you guys.
Same to you.
Wish you the very best.
Okay, yes, so without wasting much time, today we're just, briefly we're talking about some of our doctrines that we've neglected in the kingdom. Just a reminder, that these are the right things to be done. This is how it is. This is how it is. Okay, so yes, so without wasting much time, I'm just going to allow Brother Odus to do his thing, since we don't have much time. Brother Odus, what do you have for us this new year? What is the package? What are your package like for us this year?
Okay. Since it's a new year, I just want to start a new topic. So I'll be talking about what we call film production or movie production as a topic. So that's what I'll be talking about today. So
Okay.
if I can go on.
Yes.
Share the first slide I have for you on film production. Okay. Now, we have movie production. Now, under movie production, we have what we call pre-production, we have what we call production proper, and we have what we call post-production. Now, these are the three fundamental areas, or should I say categories, of what we call film production or movie production. Now, I don't want to waste time trying to define what film production is or what movie production is, because I think it's a very common word. Movies, film is something that everybody knows. Whatever shows on the TV or whatever shows on the cinema or it's a video or whatever, it's all part of film production as far as it's, moves on your screen. It's all part of film production. Now, but when we are talking about film production or movie production in a professional angle, we have to, go deep to explain some of the rudiments, some of the procedures, and the job of some of the people that make up this film production. So, but maybe next time we'll talk about the crew. But for today, I'm just going to focus on those three basic angles of film production, which is the pre-production, like I said, the production proper, and the post-production. Now, one thing you should know about pre-production is that it's simple. Pre-production is whatever you do before you go to your site to shoot your film. So all the preparatory processes is all under pre-production. But some people might ask, where does pre-production, begin from? So I'll go back to the next slide where I'll show you where it begins from. Now, the next slide says idea, script, audition, casting, and etc., etc. Now, that's to tell you where pre-production starts from. It starts from the idea. That is where every production starts from. Now, if you don't have the idea, there is no way you can do anything. I know some people, there was a time we were having this class back then when I did a training here in Port Harcourt, and a question was asked, where does production start from? What is the first point of production? And some people were saying audition, some people were saying to write the script, some people were saying to get the actors, some people were saying different things, but the truth is that it all starts from the idea. And whoever the idea came into will have to, sit down and analyze the idea in his head before he can begin to put it down on paper. So that is where the scripting now comes in, where you will now have to write it down either in form of story or maybe in form of play. So where you write it down, you will now, have a better understanding of what you are about to do, because the story will be made clear. By the time you want to present the idea to someone, it will be much more presentable. Because if the idea is just in your head and maybe you want to get people to work with you, you can't just come and say, I want to do a movie, that the movie is like this, and all that. But it's the script, that idea that you have written down is what we call the script. Whether it's in story form or it's in play form, or you've, made it into lines and characters, it's all scripted, it's all in the script. So it's that script that will be presented to the people you intend to work with, for them to have an in-depth understanding of what the whole idea is all about. So that's where the scripting comes in. Now, some time ago, I remember we talked about script a little bit, where we talked about plot devices and the rest of them. Now, when it has to do with script, before you get into all those professional scripting levels where you start deploying the plot devices and the settings and the rest of them, you might have to discuss this idea with people. Some professional screenwriters have a community of either friends or maybe colleagues where this idea is thrown on the table and it's being discussed and the story is being, analyzed and appreciated, and it's also being criticized, where some people will maybe make some corrections or some input and things like that. So, but as a scriptwriter or as the owner of the idea, you should find a way to create a balance between accepting criticism and all that, because some people find it difficult to allow people to come into the idea and maybe upgrade it. Some people feel every suggestion is a criticism, as far as that suggestion is not coming from them. So as a professional scriptwriter, you have to find that balance between your insecurity issues and your professionalism. So that's what scripting is all about. You now move further to other parts of the production, just like I said, like the auditioning. And before you get the auditioning, you should also know what, before you go to the audition, you should know what audition is all about. Audition is not mostly only about having your actors and actresses. You can also audition for your crewmen, because you might have a couple of people in mind and you have to interview them, because that's what audition is all about. Audition is an interview for a production, and you have to interview your lightman, your cameraman, all of them before you interview your actors and the rest of them. So one of the mistakes that a lot of producers do, or film directors or writers, what they do is that they make the mistake of looking for professional actors or just say good actors without considering the story that they're about to do. Now, as a professional casting director, you have to consider your story first before going for an actor. And whoever you decide to pick should be more soothing to that character than maybe to your own personal pride and ego, because some producers feel that you just have to get big faces or big names in order to make a movie interesting. No, it's not about that. It's about having the right people to give you maximum delivery in that particular role. That's why when you look at our industry, like the Nollywood industry in Nigeria, you see that we have very few kid actors, apart from the ones that are coming out from the skit making industry, those comedy skit makers. In the core Nollywood itself, we have very few kid actors because most directors or most producers, instead of doing proper auditioning for the children department, they just maybe pick children of their friends or maybe their brother's kids or their sister's kids, or maybe those people that sponsor their movie or support them financially. They're like, okay, in reciprocation, your son, I'm going to include your 9-year-old boy in my movie. And maybe that boy might not be really good in acting, but they're just forcing me just to, romance the ego of their donors and the rest. That's one thing about auditioning, actually, then before you go to casting. However, since we don't have much time, you should also know that there are so many other angles in pre-production. There are so many angles. You have the scouting of locations, which is very, very key and paramount, because if you have a story where you have multiple locations and the rest, you have to go and check out those locations and make sure that they are good for the story that you're about to portray. You need to, source for the right equipment also for your production. You have to know the right camera you want to use. You have to know the right sound gadgets you want to use, the right drones, the right gimbals and camera stabilizers. You need to know the right kind of lighting setups that you need for that particular movie. So all these are part of pre-production. There's another huge area in pre-production which a lot of people don't know about. And that area is the administrative area, where you have the legal processes, because you have to, license everything that you want to do. You have to be sure that the story that you are about to shoot does not compromise anybody's maybe religion or anybody's belief or tribe or culture, or maybe it shouldn't have names that might be like defamation of someone's character. So you have to go through a whole lot of legal processes to get your papers straight and to be sure that you're ready to carry out that particular production. Because we have had series of movies where people finish doing the movie and they publish it, and next thing, they start having suits from legal suits from different angles, people coming out to sue them for defamation of character and the rest. So you have to go through all those legal processes, not just for the story, but also for the crew you're about to work with. Your actors, you have to get them to sign the agreement in the movie so that someone cannot come, maybe start the production, and after spending your resources halfway into your production, they'll like bail out of your production, maybe because they got angry with the director or maybe with their fellow actor, like, I'm not doing this again, and they walk out. No, that is not permitted. So you have to get all your papers well organized, and the actors and the crew members have to sign the agreement to start and complete the whole project. So it's a huge part of film production, but we don't have much time today, and I think my time is up. So I'm going to stop here for today. Then when we come back next week, I will talk about the production proper, where I will now go into the crew, and the functions of the crew when they get on site.
Okay. All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Brother Odus. That was a very wonderful and interesting one. I think anybody who wants to go into movie productions and all of that, this is a start for you. You need to get your ideas, before the scripting and all of that. Yes, we really appreciate you. And of course, Brother Odus, there is also a question here for you from Sister Gladys. But because of time, we're just going to jot it down. And then next week when you come, you're going to address it. She said, please, Brother Odus, how can upcoming actors and actresses make it in a very competitive film industry, both within and abroad? Within Africa and abroad, like how can one make it in a competitive industry of filmmaking within abroad and Africa? So maybe when you come next week, you're going to address that particular question. But for now, we say thank you so much for your time, and we really, though it was short but interesting, because in entertainment is one thing that keeps the world going right now as we speak. It is one of the most well-paid jobs so far, So it's a very an interesting topic for us to discuss. Maybe next week when you come, you will do justice to that. Thank you very much, Brother Odus. It was wonderful having you today. Till we see you again next week. Yeah, bye. All right, yes, beloved audience, that was Brother Odus. He's doing what he knows how to do best. Yes, and we have been talking a lot. We've said so many things, and we're literally out of time. Today we focused or pay attention more on basis doctrines, and we're really intentional about our dress mode and how we address ourselves, or how we dress ourselves when going out or when attending activities. Because of time, we can't emphasize more on other doctrines, but don't forget, don't worry, next week when we come back again, we'll still continue from where we stopped. For now, my name is Joy Dambo, and of course I had Brother Oku here in the studio and Sister Peace Aaron. We all came here to do justice to the screen this morning. So I don't know if they have any other thing to say, but
no,
for now,
not at all.
Bye. Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye for now. Bye.